Join us. Join us. Join us.
It's the midnight hour. We got all the horror you need. We got Mr. Bones and the Pumpkin King, Killer Katie and the Queen of the Pod, Sean Blue Digi, will leave you dizzy. Let's fly. Boy, and don't forget Casey, the interweb kaiju. I fuck with him and you'll be through. Join us from 12 and beyond. We bring that fear that will make you cower. Step into the darkness. It's the midnight hour.
Thursday night. I'm calling to you. I'm calling to you. You want to be there. You want to be there.
Goggins!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Hour. I'm Katie. I have Jen with me. I have Sean, and I have the Strange Monkey. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hello.
Pretty good.
Very good.
So everybody, if you don't know who Strange Monkey is, I linked everybody's channels, below, and you guys should go check out Strange Monkey. It's his first time on the Midnight Hour, so give him a nice welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. You could tell everybody a little bit about your channel if you like.
I usually do horror movie reviews, some voice impressions, and like top 10 countdowns, and I mix it up every now and then. It's all horror related.
And it's an awesome channel. Y'all should go check him out. Hey, all that fluff and stuff. How you doing? Hi, Sean. Sean's here and there. Hi, Wes. Hi, Ben. So, tonight we will be talking about, hi, Echo. Tonight we'll be talking about horror comedies. Do you guys have any favorites that you guys like to watch?
Oh, definitely. Scary movie is one of my favorites.
I watched a very strange one the other night called Stitches.
I haven't seen that one.
It's
Is that
about
the one
like
with the clown?
Yeah, it's like a killer clown in it, but it's definitely a horror comedy. It's got its moments, but it just, I don't know. I felt like it probably could have been cut short, maybe by like 15 minutes, but it was fun though.
I agree.
All right, what?
Sean. I agree. It could have been a little shorter.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe just done a little differently. But I really like how the killer is just like, because like he comes back from the dead, so he's like technically a zombie, and he's just like really cool and calm about everything, which is like strange in itself. But he's got some pretty good one-liners though.
Yeah, he does.
I recently watched The Final Girls. Have you guys seen that one?
No.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome.
You should check it out, Sean. It's really cool.
I saw somebody review that. Might have been Bones, actually. Mr. Bones, I think, reviewed that. I don't know. I watched somebody's review on it like a day or two ago. So
It's
I'm a
actually
little
very
familiar.
creative. I highly recommend that one. It's very creative.
Yeah, it is. Have you seen it, Jen?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm writing it down though. I brought my notebook with me.
Oh. Jen's always writing down movies we suggest her. So if you're wondering where everybody else is normally for the midnight hour, they're taking the night off so they can get a breather. So Jen and I were co-hosts for the witching hour, so we decided to take over the midnight hour.
Yeah.
So that's
This
what we're
works
doing.
out perfectly. This works
What?
out perfectly well.
So anybody in the chat, what are some of your favorite comedy horrors? I always refer to the Clowns from Outer Space as like a horror comedy because those clowns look so funny, especially with the zippers.
Yeah.
Oh, Killer Clowns. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I would put it in horror comedy very easily. I mean, you got one of the clowns, like, you know, he ends up making a dog, and the dog is trying to find the victims and shit. The little balloon dog that he ends up making.
I really
Echo
hope they
saying-
make a sequel.
Echo
I feel
saying,
like-
take good notes, Jennifer, in case there's a pop quiz.
I mean, I like the idea of a sequel to Killer Clowns, but I just don't think it's gonna work. I don't know.
Or
Yeah.
they should remake it, I think.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
would be-
it's got to be practical though. If it's completely CGI, and just not gonna be interested.
Like,
Wes is saying he loves Return of the Living Dead. I haven't seen that
Yeah.
one, actually.
Now that you can put that in the horror comedy, but like when I first saw that when I was a kid, that is like the one movie where I truly had fun being scared. Like I was literally like I was scared one minute and next you know what I'm laughing at shit. Like that was like one of the first movies where I experienced laughter and terror at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, I'd definitely put it up there with horror comedies. Like I said before, scary movie is one of my favorites. Beetlejuice, if we can count that one.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead's another one.
Yeah, I would label them that in there.
I like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, it's a good one. What about Evil Dead 2? Does that count?
I would
think-
say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. I
as
mean,
well
Sam
as
Raimi,
Army of
he
Darkness.
considers it a horror comedy, so
Yeah.
I've never seen Tokyo Zombies. What the heck is that?
I've never heard of that.
Me
Echo,
either.
what is that? I've never heard of that. The second is, yeah, I agree with that, Echo. Hi, Al. The bat's here, y'all.
No.
Al, if you want to come up, you can. I don't know if you're at work or not, but if you want to come up, you can. I also really like a lot of different horror comedies. There's so many to choose from.
yeah.
Can you call
Yeah, I had to write a
Greasy
list
Ring?
down. Just remember.
Can you call the Greasy Wrangler a horror comedy?
The Greasy Strangler? I don't even know what that is.
Greasy
I don't
Strangler.
either. West,
I've never heard of that.
what is that? Tell us about it. We would like to know.
Yeah.
Tokyo Zombie is a horror comedy from Japan. Oh, that's why I never heard of it.
I think like I'm like thinking about it right now. Like my favorite horror comedy might be Street Trash.
I haven't seen that one.
It's,
That movie. That's a crazy movie.
it's a
Any
very
on
wild
Lost
movie.
reviews?
Yeah.
How are
I
you?
mean, just the black guy alone, like all his antics throughout the movie, just is like enough. it's really enough right there.
It's pretty
When-
funny. Okay, Wes, I'm gonna have to check that movie out because I've never seen it, and I've never seen that one either.
I think
A
Street
lot of
Trash is on
life-
Shudder.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out because I have Shudder.
There it is.
It's called Street Trash.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like a body horror type movie. Like it's like all these bums in the neighborhood. Like there's this guy in a liquor store. He ends up like finding some old shitty liquor, and he ends up putting it on sale for $1 a bottle. So all the bums in the neighborhood start buying it, and when you drink it, all your insides turn into like rainbow colors, and your body just like starts to disintegrate.
So Street Trash is from 1987.
Yes.
It's also
Yeah.
on Sling. You can watch it on Sling for free.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like I mean
cool.
I can't recommend it as like, yo, this is a great movie, but if you want to have a good time with something different, definitely watch Street Trash.
It's more of an independent feature available through Unearthed Films, just recently released last couple years. Gotcha. I've never bio zombies. I don't know about Zombie in Tokyo. Street Trash is fun, I'll say. Yeah, there's a lot that I haven't seen actually.
Has anybody
of-
seen Black Friday?
Yes.
The
I
one
I
with
think
Bruce
I've heard of
Campbell?
it.
That one was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
It sounds familiar. I think they've covered like every holiday now, every unofficial and official holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, that one came out around October or November of last year, I believe. Pretty good.
But I feel like we don't have a good Father's Day movie. Like there is that trauma movie called Father's Day. Like, yeah, that's a it's a good one. It's fun, but like I want to see like a real Father's Day horror movie. Like, I mean, I guess The Stepfather. It's something to watch on Father's Day, but I want
That's
something like
awesome.
that, like something that could like accommodate Mother's Day, like the 1980 film Mother's Day.
All we have is the segment from Creepshow. That's as close as
Yeah,
we get.
it's
You're
so
right.
good.
Yeah.
It's actually so damn good. So
Um. Neon Black Reviews is saying, I really enjoyed Feast, Tucker and Jail versus Evils. I still have to watch that. That's on my Tubi list because it's on Tubi actually.
yeah, Feast is a good one, man. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, yo, this movie is relentless, and all these like popular characters just keep popping up, man. Like I had a really good time with that. But you could put that in a horror comedy, but it's a pretty brutal movie too.
You talking about Feast?
Yeah, Feast.
I've never seen that one.
You got to
Yeah,
see
me
that
either.
one. It's I think like Jason Mewes is in it, Henry Rollins is in it. There's like a lot of like random cool actors in it, and it's a very unpredictable movie. You'll be on the edge of your seat the whole time.
I think I saw that on Tubi. I've got to check that out.
Yeah, like I know there's like 2 and 3, but I've never seen the sequels.
Also funny, he's waiting for hamburger for National Hamburger Day. Killer for National Hamburger Day.
Killer Burger.
Hi,
I'm
Patrick.
surprised. I'm surprised Trauma never made anything like that.
I've never seen a trauma film.
No, really?
Mm-mm.
That's one of my favorite comedies. Strange Monkey. You're giving me my
Which one are you talking about?
My Toxic Avenger.
Oh,
Look.
I had a feeling that was it.
They did, Michael.
I have that one on DVD somewhere.
Flag is life. Patrick saying
Yeah,
trauma rules.
it does.
I
And that
guess
has
my
a lot
favorite
of
horror
good-
comedy is The Reanimator. I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a good
that's
one.
amazing.
That is a good one.
I've seen all 3 movies, but they get stranger one. I have not seen a lot of them. I haven't seen a lot of movies really.
Oh,
But
you
that's,
got the rest of your life to catch up on them.
I know. Eventually. Right? Well,
I'm
on
sure
Saturdays, I'm starting. If any of you guys want to join me, I'm starting Sci-Fi Saturdays, so I'll be reviewing a sci-fi movie on Saturdays.
That
I
sounds
like the
cool.
idea of that. I love sci-fi movies.
I haven't decided on what I want to do first, but
There's
it'll be
so many to choose from.
Yeah, there is.
Have
The
you
Feast
seen all the
movies-
Alien movies?
Yeah, I've seen all the Alien movies.
That is
Alright.
perfect.
You know what? No, you know what you need to see? Like, it's a sci-fi film, an A24 film. It's got Scarlett Johansson in it. You got to see Under the Skin. That's a really
I
like
haven't seen that one.
that's a
normally-
whole nother experience right there. Like, that's the type of movie that truly floods your senses.
I was
I'm
trying
not-
to figure out the title for that movie yesterday.
Oh yeah, I love
Was that the
that
one
movie.
where it was all that like black liquid or whatever, and she's like taking over people or something like that?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like, the first time I watched it, I was like, I'm watching it again tomorrow because I don't fully understand what I just watched. Like, I had to watch it quite a few times to really get what was going on in that movie.
I've got to check that one out.
And apparently, the director said that most of the scenes where you see random people in the background, none of those people were aware that they were going to be in a movie.
Really?
So, like, it was filmed in Scotland somewhere, but like, he would just pick scenes and be like, all right, there's a lot of people here. Let's start shooting right now. Like, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
A24 movies are crazy.
I'm not normally an A24 fan, so
Oh, really?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. The only one that I liked was Hereditary.
Yeah, it's a good
That
one.
movie. That
Definitely
movie
not
made
their
me
best, but that's a good one.
so uncomfortable.
I didn't like Midsummer.
Yeah,
That movie made me a little bit uncomfortable.
That's
Uh,
that's the point of it.
Yeah.
A wild movie.
and then the other one that I liked was Mid 90s, I think it's called.
I've heard of that one. I've never seen
That's the other one that I liked, but I'm not normally an A24 fan.
it. Ex Machina's a good one.
I haven't seen that one. Lucy is very cool as well. Yeah, I haven't seen Lucy with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I've
I've
seen
never
that.
seen it.
That's cool. I like
Anyone
that.
seen? No, I haven't seen that one.
Kaiju Man. Never heard of it.
No.
Oh.
If you like Scarlett Johansson, then check. I will. I'll check that one out. The Thing is my favorite sci-fi movie. Yeah, that's a great one. The Thing.
That's a good one.
I like
Patrick, no love for A24.
the
IFC.
Crawling
You don't like
Eye
IFC,
is
Sean?
good sci-fi.
I like IFC, but anyone that could pick IFC films over majority of like most of the stuff that comes out, I'm just like, well, I mean that's fine. It's to each their own. But I mean, some people just like shitty movies. I guess I don't know.
I mean, they put out a few good ones here and
I don't know.
there.
I mean, I have about probably 6 IFC titles in my collection. I might watch each one once a year.
Same.
There is one comedy, I can't remember the name of it, but it has the monster in it. In order to not get killed by you have to be drunk.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what that is.
Ex Machinist is cool. Is that
Yeah.
is that
Yeah,
That's
Ex Machina. I actually
Machina.
saw that. I saw that for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It's a rather interesting film. It's basically like an AI intelligence movie. It's like robots and stuff. But
I've seen
was
it on
done pretty
TV,
well.
but I just haven't watched it.
yeah,
I
it's
saw
worth
it
your
in
time.
theaters. I was shocked by the way that movie ended in theaters. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
What do you do in the shadows? Good horror comedy, I say. I haven't seen that. What We Do in the Shadows? I haven't seen that.
I've never seen that. I hear the movie is okay, but the show was better. So I'm not really sure.
And Patrick's saying that's why people like A24 because it's poo poo.
I'm glad he's alone in that opinion.
Patrick.
I didn't say it was poo poo. I just said I don't really care for A24. That's all. Gobblers is the name of the movie with the monster who can't get killed by drunk people.
Oh, Grabbers. Okay, that
Grabbers.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Grabbers.
Sorry, my bad. Is a good movie. I have dyslexia, or I don't pronounce words sometimes the right way, so that's what happens. That's why when I review movies, I try not to, unless I know the actor, I try not to say their names.
It happens. Sometimes, like, these things in the chat pop up really quickly, too, and you have to focus on it.
The show is better, but the movie We Do, The Shadows, is amazing, too. And he's saying Grabbers is an IFC night film. Patrick's saying.
Okay.
What are some more of your favorite horror comedies, you guys?
I wrote this
Already
down. Oh,
gave that
Zombieland.
one about Bolorama.
I love Zombieland.
What was
I
that?
didn't like What, Zombieland? If you like Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone, they're both in it.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I didn't
With
like
Woody
Double
Harrelson.
Tap.
Yeah, I saw it once, and I never watched it after that.
What movie?
Jen, Bill Murray is in the movie too for a little bit, and Woody Harrelson's in it too. If you like Woody
I was just thinking about.
I love Bill Murray.
I was just thinking about that RLJ movie called Psycho Gorman. That's got to be a horror comedy, right?
Oh,
Ooh.
definitely.
I've never
That's a
seen
good.
that.
Oh.
And everybody hates the little girl in this movie. I love her because she is relentless. She will not give up for anything, and I love that the most. I love that so much. I love how she
can
just
be-
totally owns everybody in her family. She's just like, fuck you, mom and dad, basically.
She's basically in control of everybody. She just runs the show.
Yeah. See, like,
It's a
I'm
good
also a fan of, like, the little kid in the Babadook, too. Because he's so, he's relentless. He's dedicated to being an asshole.
Oh my god.
What did you
Babadook
say,
was a
Jen?
weird-
Jen, what did you say?
Oh, every time I watched Psycho Gorman once and all the way through it, I was going, everybody kick her ass.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that either. See someone actually stand up to her. Everybody's
Patrick
like,
saying-
She frustrated me.
Patrick's saying PG is funny as hell. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's Psycho.
Psycho
Gorman.
Gorman.
Oh. The Babadook is as a IFC night film.
Oh, that's right.
I figured it fits right in.
it's a good movie. Well, decent movie for what it is.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have
Uncle
I.
Peckerhead. I was supposed to watch that one, but I didn't get around to it.
Uncle Peckerhead. I've
Man,
never heard of
everybody
that one.
hates that little kid in the Babadook. I'm giving him a high five. Like, go ahead, kid. Fucking piss off your mother all day.
Al just said I wanted to punch the kid in Babadook.
It's, I can't argue with that because it's understandable, but I don't know. I guess some people got less patience than other people.
When I said Zombieland, I think Jen said another one at the same time. I think it was Bolorama. I heard you say something about Bolorama.
Sorority babes at the slime ball Bolorama.
I've seen some of that on The Last Drive and Joe Bob Briggs.
I have not seen
I
that.
first saw it on USA Up All Night. And
Oh, wow.
yeah.
It's a strange movie.
Al want to drink his blood. Who, the kid in Babadook? I've never seen it, so I can't say anything about it. I've never seen it.
I watched it once. I thought it was okay.
I've not seen it, so I can't say anything about it. But
What about Happy Death Day?
oh yeah, I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
I actually reviewed it on my channel, both movies.
Oh, yeah?
I reviewed it a while back. What was that?
I said I got to check those reviews out when I get a chance.
Here,
I
let me see.
I think I might have reviewed the second one. I don't remember if I did or not.
Let me see if I can find it. But I reviewed it like a while ago. I'll send it to you, and I'll send it in the chat too if somebody wants to watch it. But
Cool.
I think I reviewed it when I was first getting into YouTube. I think.
Oh, that's cool. I just think it was a very creative movie. It was something fresh and original. Like I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it was 6 months ago
Oh,
when I
okay.
was first getting into YouTube.
Maybe I'll find a copy of that for cheap someday.
Here goes the link if anybody wants to see my review on it, and then I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I found it at Walmart for like $5, the first one. And the second one was a bit more expensive, and I just grabbed that one too.
All right, I just sent it to you. It's like a thumbnail. When I first started YouTube, I didn't know how to make thumbnails, so the thumbnail looks funny. You have to see Uncle Peckerhead. It's hilarious, I thought. I'll check it out, West, and I'll review it. Steven interviewed Rob Mello, who played the killer. Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
He's talking about Horror Freak 85.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No, I've never heard of that movie.
He does
Or that
House
person.
of Horrors on Saturday.
Yeah, that's Steven.
Yeah, that's Steven.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's funny though, as I was talking to Ricky today, because I interviewed Ricky, we were talking about how it's a big community and how like we all know each other some way, some shape or form. It's just interesting.
Yeah, the community it's massive.
Mm-hmm.
And you stumble across a lot of interesting people on here.
Like sometimes I'll get overwhelmed with like either just too much content to stay like caught up on, and then sometimes I'll get overwhelmed by all the comments I'll get in a video, and I'll be like, I'm not dealing with this right now. I'll come back to this tomorrow.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming sometimes.
I don't get a lot of comments, so I can just deal with it. I just comment, There goes the Pumpkin King.
You'll get there someday. You'll get there someday. I believe all. If you guys are staying active like every day, every week, you're gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think that's the key.
community is amazing.
You just have to stay consistent.
Yeah. These live streams are pretty important because I notice like when I don't participate in live streams, like it's like my sub count will just stay where it's at, which I'm not in like it's not like my main concern, but it's still like, oh wow, I'm doing live streams, I'm going on streams, now my sub count's going up.
Right. Everybody connect with everybody in the chat, and all of our links are in the description if you guys aren't following us, especially if you're not following Strange Monkey. He does really amazing content, so you guys should all follow him because he's awesome. Hi, Hops. There goes the purist leader right there. I never realized the YouTube community here. YouTube was so big. All of you are great. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, when I started my channel, I didn't realize there was this large community of individuals, and I made friends with a few people, and then all of a sudden so many channels were commenting on my channel, and I discovered all of these people. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Right. Yeah. And then Hobbs is saying thank you all for coming.
Cool.
You're welcome, Hobbs.
No
problem, Hobbs. I actually found Strange Monkey on Night Watch Zone.
Oh yeah. I've been on some of their streams. We do one every month called the Deadly Venoms. It's really cool.
That's how I found. Thank you, Hobbs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like you always wear a mask in your video like that, right?
I started last year. Originally, I just would wear the glasses, but after a while, I just decided to change up my look.
Yeah,
and then I would wear all these weird-looking shirts.
I just remember like the first time I discovered your channel. I think you were like collaborating with people, and you had some kind of like mask on or something, and I was just like, man, this guy's videos are very interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, at first I just would wear my glasses, and then if it depends, if I'm doing something for a holiday, I'd wear all these ridiculous outfits, and then after a while I started thinking, I don't know, something has to change, because I figured things with the channel are going stale. I want to change it up, and I bought this mask from Spirit Halloween, and I just started wearing it, and a lot of people were catching on. They think it's really cool.
Yeah, it is a really cool mask.
I agree.
If you go onto his Instagram, you can actually see his real face though, because he does.
I think I have seen his face before, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm just bald-headed with a beard. I mean, I don't hide my face or anything like that. I just decided to change it.
To everybody.
Strange Monkey rules. That's what Neon Blackwood is saying.
Thank you so much.
Every guy.
I like when he does his videos with the spider web behind you. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, my backdrop. I have about 5 or 6 backdrops. I change it up every once in a while, but I have to work on some new videos with my backdrop.
No problem. Yeah. You can go. I linked his Instagram, so you can go look on his Instagram. Oh crap! Speaking of which, I forgot to put the merch store up there. I have to go do that real quick. I think I can do it still. I forgot to put our merch store up. If you guys want to check out the merch store,
Cool.
I forgot to put that up when I came on. You guys can get a Popping the Popcorn shirt on there if you want, or you can get a Jennifer Tochi's everywhere.
I have to look that merch store up.
You can get a Jennifer Tochi's everywhere.
That's funny.
I don't know how I started calling. They started calling me that.
Well, you are everywhere. You were on everybody's stream and stuff, Jen. Jen was on everybody's stream and stuff like that.
No wonder. That's why she's everywhere.
So here, I'll also link the merch store in the chat too, if y'all want to go check out the merch store.
Yeah, I'll check it out afterwards. Definitely.
All right, there goes the merch store if y'all want to check it out. In the chat. I haven't
put it
even
in the
gotten...
chat?
Yeah, I put it in the chat, and then I'm going to message you it too. Okay, I just
Okay, cool.
messaged you on Instagram. So you have it?
Yeah, I just got it.
Now,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now let me see if I can change this description while I'm live streaming. Y'all could talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Okay.
Thank you for the permission.
I love another movie called Clue. I think that's a horror.
Like
Clue?
The board game movie?
Yeah, with Tim Curry in it.
Right. That's a really good movie. Very underrated. I mean, it has some horror elements, but I mean, I don't see it as a horror comedy, but definitely a comedy.
Oh, wow. You guys added more stuff onto the merch store.
Oh, you know what? Here's a good one coming up for the 4th of July.
Cheetah, you even have one. They made you a shirt on there.
How about Uncle Sam? I want you dead.
Sean, you have a shirt on there now too, on the merch store. I just looked.
Nice.
I remember seeing posters from that. When I was a kid, I remember seeing posters from that at my local video store, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, right. Because they look like the regular
Weird.
Uncle Sam posters still.
Right. I've seen trailers, and I know the guy who did. He directed Maniac Copy. He directed that movie, but I've never watched it before.
All right. Oh, you can't do it. The broadcast must be scheduled. Oh, I guess I can't edit it while I'm in the broadcast. Okay. So I'll have to edit it later and put it on there. That's all right. I can edit it later. They're saying Patrick's saying Jennifer's famous.
She's everywhere.
and she'll only use a 44 Magnum marker to sign it.
So I can, yeah. You have a shirt now, Sean.
Nice. Thank you.
Jen's been on my channel.
Yeah, I gotta check that out later on.
Hobbs Spinks too. Hobbs the Movie Emporium. So does the Midnight Society. You guys have one too? Okay. I'll check that out too. Manic Cop and all three are amazing, I'll say.
Okay, I got one. This is an indie movie that came out last year called Tapehead. Has anybody heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Is anybody familiar with the channel 3B Video?
No.
Not too sure.
Okay, so they do
Northeast.
basically horror comedy stuff, and they do live streams. And they made a movie about a killer who's, I think he's like, he's got a mental problem and he's deformed, and he works at a video store just rewinding tapes. And this is like in the early, it's supposed to take place in the early 2000s. VHS is going out, DVDs coming in, and the guys that worked there played a prank on this kid. They knocked over the shelf with a bunch of tapes. They kill him, and his blood goes into this tape rewinder thing, and he comes back from the dead and kills these people. And then years later, the guys that buy the property, they start cleaning up the video store to fix it up and all that, and they accidentally bring back the character to life, and he's this giant, like Jason Voorhees looking guy, and he starts to kill people along the way. It's a pretty crazy slasher movie. It's actually like,
yeah. I'll have to check
it's
it out.
a short movie. It's like about 45 minutes. It's on YouTube, the whole thing. If I get a chance, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. That seems like an interesting movie.
Yeah, it sounds rather interesting.
Yeah, they did a lot of crowdfunding last year, and it did pretty well. They're working on a sequel right now.
Hey, Northeast, how are you? Bones and Casey are designing, they get the cut, but if the items you sell, you get the profits. That's what Bones is saying. So y'all go get a Popping the Popcorn shirt. I'm just kidding. Get whatever shirt you guys want.
You know what I
Anyone
was
see-
thinking for like horror comedies? You guys remember the TV series from the 90s called Monsters?
Yes.
Yes.
That was pretty much like, I would say majority of that was horror comedy.
Yes, I think you're right.
Which one?
It was a TV series that ran for like 4 seasons called Monsters.
Oh, I've heard of that before.
See if I can pull it out. Yeah, here's
I
the
heard that
box
one's
set right
kind of. I heard that one's kind of hard to find. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this very cheap on Amazon a couple years ago. I got this for $17. But it's actually
That's
3
not bad.
seasons.
And it's an
3 seasons
anthology
there.
series, right?
Yeah, and it's got like a lot of like big name actors in it that were like, a lot of them were like early in their career. Like you got Adrienne Barbeau, Linda Blair, Tempest Bledsoe, Laura Branigan, Steve Buscemi, Jeff Conaway, Billy Drago, Frankie Faison, Gina Gershon, Pam Grier, Rich Hall, Deborah Harry, Ashley Lawrence,
Wow.
Darren McGavin, Meatloaf, Rob Morrow, Lorraine Newman, Tom Noonan, Chris Noth, and John Saxton, David Spade, Tori Spelling, and more.
Wow, David Spade.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Deborah
actually, he is
Harry-
very awkward in the episode that he's in. It's like, it's really bad acting too.
I mean, David Spade doing horror it just sounds weird.
Well,
It's
if you saw the episode, it's kind of set up like, it's almost like you're watching like an episode of like Roseanne. It's like set up as like the living room right there. There's the couch
Yeah.
right there. It's like, it's what I would say it's more one of the more goofier episodes out there.
Interesting. You said
goes
it-
after-
it's a- Oh, go ahead.
No, say what you're saying.
He mentioned Deborah Harry and Steve Buscemi. They were actually both in that Tales from the Dark Side movie, which is another
Yeah.
anthology.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Echo's asking
Sean,
if
you had
anybody's
me
seen
beat.
Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead Eye.
I don't even know what that is, and it sounds weird.
I don't know what that is either. Echo, you come up with some weird movies sometimes.
Somebody's
Echo,
got to
is
watch
that an
them.
Asylum movie?
Yeah, someone's got to watch these movies.
I liked House of Sasquatch.
House Squatch.
Yeah.
I've seen that. That's pretty cool.
I see a midnight hour socks and bucket hat. I'm eyeing to pay for that day.
I like Transylvania 65000.
I'll be right
as
back,
a-
guys.
As a
I
comedy.
remember seeing that when I was a kid, but I never watched the whole movie. I think
What's
Jeff
it called?
Goldblum's in it. Transylvania something.
65000.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the
I have
address
never
or
heard of
something.
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Jeff Goldblum was in it.
Yeah.
I remember he was also in what's that movie called? Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
A lot of
Hey,
people
what's
forget
up,
that he
Eric?
was in Death Wish.
Yeah.
That's with Charles
He's
Bronson.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of the villains in Death Wish.
That's amazing.
Fine. Looking fine.
The Frighteners. I've seen bits and pieces of that one on TV.
Gremlin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. Gremlins and Frighteners, Eric. That's great.
I
I
was
love
watching
Gremlins.
I was
Yeah.
watching The Stuff the other day because like it was like an anniversary or whatever, and I was reading up on it, and apparently Larry Cohen was going for a I can't even say the word, satirical comedy. That's what he was going with The Stuff, but it was labeled as a horror comedy, and he felt like that's what hurt the movie the most.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, like he's trying to do a satirical comedy, but I guess they took it the wrong way. It's a very good
Yeah,
movie.
I
I mean,
feel like
who in their
it's.
go ahead?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's such a crazy premise because like who in their right mind just looks at something in the snow and just tastes it and they're like, oh, this is a flavor for something we can sell. I'm like, who does that? Nobody does that.
I mean, maybe back in those days you had a lot of idiots who just didn't know any better. But overall, you are right. Like, who the fuck just starts sticking their hands and shit and going, well, let me taste it?
I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
But you'd be amazed by the shit that people put in their mails anyway. So,
Yeah, and they're like, I can make money off of this.
yeah. But I was just surprised about that fact when I was like reading up on that. I was like, I didn't realize he was trying to go for a satirical comedy. And it's like when you watch it with that kind of information, it's like you can see that it's there, but the horror comedy's there
Hmm.
too.
It just overshadows it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still a great movie either way.
Right, definitely. I feel like it's a very important movie. Like that movie and They Live, or like that would probably make it like a good kind of double feature because of like consumption.
Yeah, like the messages that they try to put out.
Yeah.
The whole obey thing and the signs and all that.
Right.
Every time I see the stuff, I always think like which creature would win in a battle between the stuff, the thing, and the blob. I mean, either way, that would be just a terrible combination if they all get all mixed up. Like, what do we
I
do
would
now?
definitely pay. I would pay to see the stuff versus the blob. I want to see that now.
That would be awesome. It's like which one would consume the other. Either way, it's not
Yeah.
going to end well. People would have to freeze it or do something.
Hey, Joe the Horror Man's here. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Another one I like is Death Becomes Her with Bruce Willis.
Yeah. That reminds me. I gotta get that in
Hey,
my
Eric.
collection.
Oh, hey. I have. Oh, she vanished. I've never seen Death Becomes Her.
I think Bruce
Oh.
Willis and Goldie Hawn are like the main characters in it or something.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is Meryl Streep in that movie too?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kicked myself out,
Okay.
guys.
Welcome back.
That's what
Yeah,
happened.
I've
I kicked
seen-
myself out of my own stream. Gremlins. Yeah, I like Gremlins. That's a good one.
I mean,
Yeah,
Gremlins 2 is definitely a comedy.
That
Yeah.
movie is insane.
Transylvania. I heard that was hilarious. Somebody told me to watch that one.
I did.
Gina Davis is a vampire. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just don't
Did not
don't
know
ever
that.
watch the movie. Don't ever watch Salo. What's it called? Salo,
Hey, Tristan.
120 Days of Sodomy or something like that. Don't ever watch that.
I've never heard of it.
Don't
I'll
watch
stay away.
it unless you like watching people eat shit.
Tristan
No,
saying
thank you.
his favorite is Return of the Land of the Living Dead. Franka Herder. I need to see that movie. Everybody said that I should watch that one.
Everybody is always talking about Dead Alive. That's a good one.
Dead or Alive, yeah. Hey, Joe. How are you?
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
I used to call Joe John, actually. But his name's Joe.
I've called him Jason before.
Hey, don't feel
He
bad
needs
because
a
sometimes
braid. What do you
Don't
mean I
feel
need a
bad.
braid, Patrick? What does that mean? Hey,
You need a-
Kelly, how are you?
You need a Band-Aid.
I need a Band-Aid for what?
Oh, that's what the comment said. It says you need a Band-Aid. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what for.
it's because you kicked yourself out.
Oh, I've seen Solo. I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah. Don't
Don't watch
I-
it. Don't watch it, and don't even let the Criterion label fool you. Don't watch that movie.
I've never seen I don't think I've seen a Criterion film. I don't even know what a Criterion film is.
I saw
A lot of
half
people
it.
say. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I saw half of it and turned it off. And
Like, I just know the first time I watched that movie, like by the time I got to the end of it, I really felt like I could smell shit. Like, I was like, yo, is there like, what the fuck? It was just like, there was too much shit eating in this movie to not have the thought of smelling shit.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no thanks.
All right,
Another-
I'll be right.
The one that people say is disgusting is the Human Centipede, but I just don't care for the movie. I'm not watching that.
I love the concept, but I don't think they're that gross.
Neither do I. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
everybody
gross.
says that. Yeah, everybody was saying it just turns out to be a bad movie. Like they tried to make it gross, and then with the sequels, they tried to raise the bar, and they're terrible. So I'm like, nope.
Nothing.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, I think it might have been the second one where he starts like masturbating with sandpaper. That might have been like the hardest thing to get through.
Oh my god! And my friend met the guy, the little guy. I forgot his name, but he was just so excited to meet him. He's like, that's the greatest movie ever made. And when he told me about that, I'm like, no, sandpaper? No, man, what's wrong with you? I'm like, no thanks.
I know that guy was he was in an interview on you ever see that movie called Deranged Confessions of a Necrophile?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I've
Like
seen it.
they got him in a special feature, the guy from Human Centipede, and he's like talking about how much
Yeah.
he loves the movie Deranged. It's like his favorite movie ever.
Never seen it.
You would like that movie.
Another one I've never.
It's
Deranged.
It's like,
I have to
yeah.
look that one up.
I mean, if you like Ed Gein shit, then yeah. I mean, if you're a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even, yeah, go ahead. Deranged is a
Definitely.
really good movie, though.
Well, maybe I'll check it out then. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It came out the same year, too, 74.
Really
Ooh, the original. Oh, my goodness.
interesting.
Ah,
And it's the old guy from Home Alone. Robert's Blossom. He's playing Ed Gein in that movie.
Oh, I think it's Old Man Marley, the guy who
yeah,
shovels.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
playing Ed Gein in that movie.
That's amazing. I can't unsee that now.
Yeah, I definitely recommend seeing that movie. It's a pretty good one.
And this is called
Like-
Deranged.
Yeah, it's the main title is Deranged, and then the tagline is Confessions of a Necrophile.
Oh God,
Yeah, it's a good one though.
interesting.
Yeah, Joe said it. The South Bend Shovel Slayer.
That's right.
I
think
always
that's what they
forget
call
that
him.
name.
That's what they call him in Home Alone, I believe.
Yeah, the South Bend Shovel Slayer.
It's just they made up all this stuff. So that's a bunch of bullshit. He's like making up all this.
His outfit doesn't help his cause, though.
No, it does not.
God damn, that's good.
I don't like the Human Centipede. I would not watch that again. Nope.
See, I've never even seen it. And I just know I'm not gonna like it.
It's so forgettable. It's like you watch it and you're like, all right, whatever. Like, moving on now.
I've never heard of Lucifer's Valentine trilogy. Never heard of that.
No, I never heard of it.
I've never heard of that
Shovels.
either. I've never heard of that, John. I mean, Joe. Wow, I'm doing it. Joe, I've never heard of that movie.
No, that's a reference to Home Alone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I should have said anything.
That could have been a spinoff, though. Old Man Marley.
Speaking of old man, where's Hobbs? Hobbs is in the chat, John and Joe.
And then next you know what, he's spinning shovels around like lightsabers.
Yeah.
Saving lives.
Yeah.
He's secretly a Jedi Master with a shovel lightsaber.
Thank you, Patrick. I still have that neon. What do you have a neon of?
He was talking about the Deranged and Motel Hell double feature DVD.
I've never seen it.
Stop what you're
I've
doing
seen
and
Motel
say it.
Hell. That's I think that's a horror comedy.
Tristan
Yeah,
That's a
that
good one.
actually is a
Sleepaway
horror
Camp
comedy.
2 and 3. Paula Springsteen was amazing.
Yeah, Motel Hell is definitely a horror comedy.
I've never seen any of the sleepaway camps, but they're on Tubi
I've
though, so
seen-
I'm gonna check them out.
I love the first one. I think the second one's okay. Third one, I couldn't stand it. Skip right
I
over
agree.
the fourth one because the fourth one's incomplete, and then Return to Sleepaway Camp. I couldn't do it. I was like, this is terrible.
I agree with your opinion there. But like the second one, I think feels more like a horror comedy than the first one. The first one's got that straight slasher
Jason.
feel.
Yeah.
But you could argue the end of Sleepaway Camp. I laugh at the end of Sleepaway Camp all the time, and even the first time I ever saw it, I wasn't scared at all. I was laughing at what I was watching.
Hey Jason,
It's like,
how are you?
Yeah,
What
like,
are you
what
doing,
the
man?
fuck is going on?
it's a pretty shocking ending, but 2 just did not have that same impactful ending.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you end it, really? And then
No,
I think by
I agree.
number 3, I heard that they filmed 2 and 3 back to back, and by like halfway through 3, you can tell they were running out of money. It's like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
The
I just
salt turns
the second
mommies
one's
to
got
mommies. Well, I'm glad you're doing well, Jason.
Another Old Man Marley reference. It's like the salt turns them to mummies. I'm like, what the hell is Buzz talking about?
You know what I reviewed and I thought was funny was I reviewed Jurassic Shark this week.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, that movie.
Sorry to hear that.
I am so sorry.
It's a Brett Kelly movie.
Motion detected at the front door.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
sorry to hear that.
that just made me think of some horror comedies that are really bad, like what is this movie called? Shark Exorcist. Has anybody ever seen that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to suffer through that.
That's also a Wild Eye movie.
Yes, unfortunately, it is.
I don't think any sleepaway camps are going to for comedy, but definitely a laugh. Haha. Them.
I do
That's
like
true.
the second one. The second Sleepaway Camp actually has some inventive kills in it, but that movie as a whole definitely does fall. It falls a little flat.
Yeah, like the end. Like I said, the ending just falls flat. I was like, really? That's it? Like, come on! I was expecting something better than that. Oh,
Oh,
here we go. Horror comedies, Wild Eye, Velocipaster.
Yes,
Has
I
I was
like
anybody
that.
waiting
ever
for
seen that
someone. I was waiting for someone to mention that
movie?
because just the artwork alone is enough.
That is the best.
I reviewed that one. That was like the first Wild Eye movie I reviewed.
I did that one a while back. I did a collaboration with Trivial Theater. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. Her channel's pretty cool. But we worked on that one together when she recommended it, and it's that's the best Wild Eye movie in my opinion, because you have to really.
Ouija Shark now.
I've heard of that one too. Never seen it.
It's a Brett Kelly film too, like Jurassic Shark.
Oh really? I've seen one called The Jurassic Dead. I think that's another Wild Eye movie. After like 20 minutes, I shut it off. I'm like, okay, that's it.
How about
I can't.
Life After Beth? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I've
fan
heard
of
of that one.
Wild Eye movies.
I've seen a few of them. Like, oh my God. I am also waiting for Amityville in Space just because of how ridiculous it looks.
I actually have the screener to that movie.
Oh my God. I would love to watch that movie. I don't even know when it's coming out. I'm just waiting for it.
I did the week
Hell.
of Wild Eye movies reviews for the Slash Bros, and I was like, I did Amityville Toy Box or whatever. By the end of it, I was going, God help me, no, is it
yes,
over
Beetlejuice
yet?
counts, Tristan. Beetlejuice counts. Beetlejuice is kind of like a horror
Yeah.
comedy. It counts.
It counts.
It's on.
Yes.
Definitely.
It counts.
It's one of Tim Burton's best movies.
Mm-hmm. Blood Claws. Is a good. No, it's not. Stop that. I haven't even seen it, but from what you and Echo say, no, it's not. Stop it, Patrick.
Wild Eye. The thing with Wild Eye is you have to dig deep for some good ones, because there's a lot of Wild Eye movies that they can be disappointing, but it's fascinating.
The two Slash Bros that are in here, Joe and Jason, they review a lot of Wild Eye.
Yeah, they do Wild Eye Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I got Wild Eye Wednesdays. Yeah,
when I started my channel, a lot of people were recommending Wild Eye stuff, and I reviewed what is it called? I think it's called Bone Jangles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was decent. That was not bad. Then a movie called Voodoo. That one was a lot of Wild Eye. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Joe's saying he's seen a lot of Wild Eye. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
Wild
so
Eye
many.
movie. No,
I mean, I could see if like Wild Eye was sending me movies to review, I would probably sit through them, but I would never pay a single $1 for a Wild Eye movie. I just want it.
Yes, Rubber is a horror comedy. Yeah, I've heard of Rubber. It's on Tubi.
Oh my God, that's a weird movie.
Rubber, I love Rubber. I love that movie.
I forgot about Rubber.
What about the Killer Sofa movie that's on Tubi? I want to see that, the Killer Sofa. Have y'all seen that one?
What about
I've heard
Deathbed,
of
the
it.
bed that eats?
I haven't
I've
seen that.
seen a trailer. It's such a weird movie.
Jason, you're a
yo.
Blood Claw fan? Eric saying Wild Eye is one of 3 for me, but you never truly know until you watch it. I'm still surprised, baby Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, I think he talked about that movie recently.
And Jason saying he's
There's
not a
another
fan
one.
of Blood Claws. Would anyone else consider the Hatchet Palmer horror? Yeah.
Absolutely. Hatchet movies are awesome. Those are great horror comedies.
We lost you, Jen. Wild Eye has gems like masterpiece level movies. You have to remember they're a distributed company. Not all their films are the same.
That is true.
Here's a horror comedy. I definitely recommend this one. I think every horror fan should have this in their collection. And that's Death Spa.
I've heard of that one.
I've never seen that one.
It's very fun. Very fun. I was surprised by it. It's a lot of stupid shit going on in there, but good payoffs, good kills.
1984. You can watch it for free on Vudu.
I forget when this came out.
1989.
87, I think it says.
1989.
But you're probably right. Like it probably was like supposed to. It was probably filmed in 87 and then released in 89.
Cause I just looked on Google. But
Yeah.
Google makes you lost though sometimes. Does Deathbed count because the director was a serious or Deathbed was pretty bad?
Deathbed is a horror comedy, whether the director or anybody wants to admit it, because there's nothing better to do with that movie but laugh at it.
Victor Crawley 4 is the best if you're looking for as horror comedies. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that one had a lot of comedic elements in it.
House Guest is a fun
there was
one.
another
I haven't seen that one, Jason.
There is one from Wild Eye called She-Board. It's basically no,
Sorry.
no, you didn't
I
like that one.
She-Board. I actually like
that
She-Board.
Yeah, it was everything that I expected it to be.
I like She-Board out of Wild. I actually like that one.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites from Wild Eye.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Even heard of Open House? I haven't heard of that one, Wes.
No, never seen that one.
The only good thing about Hatchet films is Tony Todd.
I forgot his name in the movie. I forgot. He's a magician or something in that movie.
Yeah, he's only briefly in that movie, but I feel like that's actually a pretty decent movie. But like, what did we at? Like 4 sequels with that, and then Victor Crowley. Like it just
he was in the first one briefly, but then 2 he had a bigger role in that one. I just forget his name.
Like I would say if like it seems like with that movie, if they had a bigger budget, it would have worked out a little bit better because you could see like that they're on a sound stage. So you could just see all that stuff like as it unravels. Like that swamp that they're in, that is not a real swamp. they're on a sound stage with like the most cheap shit ever. But to get movies out like that, I understand who was that, Adam Green or whatever that directed that.
Yeah.
I know he didn't have a whole lot of money to work with either way, so he did pretty good for what he had to work with there. And didn't he also direct Frozen?
Yes.
Yes.
Like that's another one. Like the concept doesn't really call for a big budget, but he managed to get through that one too. So I definitely like his style and his films are good, but like he needs to try to get some more money together.
I get where you're coming from, but I feel like that's part of its charm. Like those movies, because like it's supposed to be a throwback to old school slashers. It's
Yeah.
I mean it's low budget, but you can tell that he had a lot of heart. Like, those movies, he put a lot of effort into them with what he had, and the fact that he was
Yeah.
able to get all those famous actors in horror movies in there. I mean, especially Robert Englund, like in the opening scene of the first one. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. With every movie, you get a familiar face.
No, you're definitely right about, like, it gives it a certain charm, and that does work with certain movies. But I don't know. For me, like Hatchet isn't a movie I can always rewatch. I start to like pull out flaws and stuff, but I don't know. It's definitely a
Yeah.
memorable film.
I've never
But-
seen
I mean-
the Hatchet movies, but I've heard of them. I've just never seen them. Should I watch them?
I would say,
I would recommend the first one. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I love how the
Yeah.
special effects progressed as time went on. Like with the practical effects on Victor Crowley, like the makeup and all that.
Yeah. I
Jen,
still
you
think
look
the
like
best
you-
scene.
What scene?
The best scene is when he gets the two old folks and they turn around and start screaming and shit. That is probably
Just
the
like
best scene in the whole
pissed.
movie. 'Cause, I'll be honest. The first time I watched it, it actually scared me because I didn't see it coming. Like, he came bursting out of that fucking cabin, dude.
He's like, "Argh."
Yeah, and the lady's just like, "Oh my god!" And I think like one of them gets like a machete into the torso or something.
Yeah, it's like rips their whole fucking face off.
Refuses saying, "I'll give you credit for Hatchet films for having some of the overtop kills."
They were
Yeah.
great.
That's
And then-
that's probably a good way to put that because a lot of the kills are over the top, but they're pretty fun.
And then Tristan
Yeah.
saying, I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space when Shorty punches the biker off. Yeah, it's such a classic.
Yeah.
I remember when me and my brother were a kid, we were like, "How the hell can you punch someone's head off?" Like, we really thought it was possible to punch someone's head off.
Night of the Creeps. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that's classic.
Awesome movie.
That's a good.
Throw Me. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one either.
Oh, that's a reference to Night of the
Oh,
Creeps.
that's a line.
Well, I haven't seen it. There's
If
a lot
you
of movies
do-
I need to watch that y'all are recommending that I have not seen.
If you do watch the director's cut, that's the best version.
I think you can get the Blu-ray online between like $5 and $10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm just starting my my movie collection again, so I
That's
have a
cool.
couple of movies so far.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you watch my video haul, you'll see what movies I got besides the ones Patrick gave me. I got
know what?
all the Screams movie. I got all 3 Screams on Blu-ray right now.
Nice.
You
I
just
got-
gave me a good idea because I'm sure I have a bunch of movies that I could part with. I'll try to go through my shit and see what I can part with and try to send you a package because it would be doing me a favor to get these things out of my way.
Right. All right. Hobbs. I'll give Hobbs my number, and then I'll give it to you, and then you can text me.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But just hearing you say that, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I got so many DVDs that I just don't need because I either upgraded or just don't want them. But I'd rather give them away to someone. And then people are like, well, why don't you just sell them? Like, sometimes I don't care. Like, the hassle of selling stuff can be real pain in the ass. Like, people are always like, why don't you sell your digital codes? I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to give them away to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
I completely agree.
I actually gave Bones my my Scream digital codes because he wanted them, so I gave it to him.
That's perfect.
I was just like, I'll give it away. I'll give it to you, Bones.
Yeah. See, that's
Burning
perfect.
the X was fun.
A lot of
Scream
people
Factory
just throw them
released
out.
it. So some here I got a few movies to compart with. One of them is Motel Hell. I haven't seen that one.
That's a fun one.
Good movie. Yeah, that's fun.
maybe not as strong towards the end of the movie, but it's still pretty
Right.
for what it is. It's a pretty good movie.
What else did I get? Oh yeah, I got Licorice Pizza. Have you all seen that one?
I did see you did a review on that. I was looking through your channel before we did the stream, but I gotta catch up on your channel and some other people. So
Well, I released like 3 videos in like one day because I was off. So
Yeah, I
that's
saw.
all right. I don't
I saw
recommend
you
that, but
post-
that's all right.
what was
I
that?
saw you posted that one. I haven't seen that movie. I kept seeing trailers for it, and I never got around to it.
It's a that movie is a rom-com for guys. I can tell you that much.
Sounds like
I didn't
Hobbs
like
would like
it.
that one.
Huh?
Sounds like Hobbs would like that one.
I didn't like that one. No, Hobbs only likes A rom-coms.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
But the movie sets in the 70s, though.
Ooh.
The movie sets in the 70s. What else did I get? I got Jaws. I have Jaws.
The
And
classic.
I got
Speaking of
Peerless-
Jaws,
Huh?
said speaking of Jaws, Jaws 2 was released 44 years ago today.
Oh
Wow.
E.T. celebrating 40 years, 80 years, something like that.
Yeah,
40
that's
years?
right. It was
God,
released in
time
82.
Flying.
So yeah, it would be 40 years. I don't know when that's coming up.
Yeah, that makes me feel old.
Do you guys like E.T.? Do you guys like that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for E.T., I never would have tried Reese Pieces. And I don't know if many people know it, but apparently M&M's was supposed to be the one that had their candy in the movie. Some BS happened with copywritten laws or whatever, and Reese Pieces went and got their foot in the door with that. And apparently that was like one movie that made kids more aware of Reese Pieces candy.
It came out June 11th, so a few days ago. It was its 40th
Yeah.
birthday.
That's cool.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'll review that movie tomorrow for besides Friday Fright reviews. Maybe I'll review E.T. tomorrow for the anniversary.
But I know The Thing and Blade Runner have a 40th anniversary coming up, and I think it's on the same day. I think it's like, fuck, I gotta look now. I think it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
June 20,
They
June
both came out
25th.
in 1982, I believe.
Yeah, but I think they were released on the same day too.
Wow.
Blade Runner,
A lot of
June
competition.
25th. Yeah, they were both released on June 25th of 82.
Blade Runner, June 5th, 82. Yep. And then what was the other one?
The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. So Blade Runner and John Carpenter's
good.
The Thing were released on June 25th of 82.
The only problem is that E.T.
Yes.
was in theaters during that time and just destroyed
Yeah.
everything.
Yep, unfortunately. But
So maybe I'll review. Maybe for sci-fi, I'll review The Thing for its anniversary.
yeah, it's a good
That's
idea.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you
You
ever
know
seen
what?
Blade Runner?
Yes, I love Blade Runner.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That movie's a masterpiece.
It's so
I also
good.
like the new one too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the new one.
I just remembered The Thing is actually coming out in theaters on, I think, June 19th and the 21st to celebrate the 40th anniversary. I think that's a cool thing that they can do for that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
I mean, like, I've seen a lot of films on the big screen, but I've never actually seen The Thing on the big screen.
Neither have I. I would love to see it on the big screen.
Wow, Wes, that's a you saw it 17 times. Wow. Yes, pour The Thing against E.T., Blade Runner, and yes, I agree. It's like all these movies are going up against each other. Like I heard the new Jurassic Park movie was poo-poo. A lot of people are saying it was poo-poo.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
Casey put up a very fair review of it on his channel.
Interweb Kaiju, everybody go follow Interweb Kaiju.
But I liked his review of it. But I haven't even seen anything since the second movie because I'm just not really a dinosaur freak. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Dinosaurs are cool as shit, and like their evolution and everything, and all their like defense mechanisms that they have. But I just don't really care for dinosaurs that much. I don't know.
I mean, it's not for everybody, but
Yeah.
I
I
want to
remember
go see it, but at the same
Me
time, I
too.
don't.
I feel the
also
same
feel
way.
like what else can you do with that franchise? Like, what are you gonna have
Bring back
backflipping
Jeff
fucking?
Goldblum and Sam Neill, and I'll come running.
Yeah, they had
Is
to
Jeff
do
Goldblum
something.
in the new one?
Yeah,
Huh?
Is he
Yeah.
in the new one?
Yeah.
I know Laura Dern and Sam Neill's in it. I don't know who
Yeah.
else.
And Jeff Goldblum.
all three of them, they're in it.
Yeah. Looking
Um,
fine.
I also want to go see Lightyear that came out. This
Oh yes, that just came out. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow actually.
yeah, I want to go see that, even though that it's not horror, but I want to go see it just because I love Toy Story.
Toy Story is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I want to go see it. But it's gonna be weird though because Ryan Reynolds is Buzz Lightyear in this movie.
I thought it was Chris Evans.
Oh, Chris Evans. I always get whoever it is. Chris Evans. Yes.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, it's Chris Evans, but this one is based on like the actual Buzz Lightyear, like the person that the toys are based on.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, there's too many. Hold on.
Would you guys consider Stuart Gordon's Dolls a horror comedy?
I've never seen it, but I hear
What?
there are some. I know.
You
I
gotta
have to
see
it.
this, dude. This is a
Yeah.
really good movie, and it's not even that long. It's only like an hour and like 17 minutes.
I have that, and I watched it, and I was laughing during it.
Like there is some genuinely funny moments in this movie,
Yeah.
but I think I would put this in horror comedy. Dolls.
Yeah.
Remember, Hobbs actually sent me this copy. This is the 101 Films Blu-ray.
Oh, cool.
But like,
Another-
if you
Yeah,
actually,
I've seen a few of his films, like Reanimator, From Beyond, and what's it called, Castle Freak. But I've never seen Dolls.
yeah, I think out of all of them, I would say probably Reanimator and Dolls is like the closest thing to horror comedy from his filmography.
Yeah, because From Beyond
But-
is definitely not horror comedy. That movie's dark.
But yo, I'm telling you, you got to put Dolls on your list, and you got to fix that problem, dude.
I know. I'll
Like, I
definitely
think-
check it out.
I think the Scream Factory Blu-ray is out of print, but what I just showed you. I don't know if you collect Blu-ray or what, but this is
What-
the
I mean-
101 Films.
Yeah, I have Blu-ray movies. I mean, what Scream Factory release is not out of print? That's
Yeah,
every
you're right. You're
every
right.
single Scream Factory movie is out of print, and they did raise the prices online, and everybody else has to suffer.
Well, the only upside is you're getting a second chance with the 4K releases.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like, I mean, I don't know what films if they're going to release their whole catalog on 4K, but I'm sure most of them are going to, come down to movies being out of print that are being reprinted again because of the 4K.
you see, that's one reason why I just go for a standard DVD when it comes to these things, because when it comes to not Scream Factory, what's the other one? Arrow, Vinegar
Yeah,
Syndrome,
Arrow
all
Video.
of these companies, like people love to buy, and every time they're out of print so quickly, people raise the prices, and it's annoying. So I would rather
you're
just
right,
get it.
dude.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, like they got that 3-month rule where they don't print slipcovers after like 3 months. That can be annoying, but it's all comes down to first come first serve kind of deal. Like whoever's willing
Right.
to buy these things, like right off the bat. But I'm thinking, like, I think the Dolls DVD is probably fairly cheap. It's like
I'm actually
$13.
I'm looking for it right
I
now.
found
Actually,
Dolls
there's
at
one on
the-
Amazon for $8.
That's not bad.
That's not bad
I
at all.
I
It's
found my copy of Dolls at the dollar store.
oh wait, this ain't it.
You did?
Yep.
That's not bad. What year did that movie come out?
87, I believe.
Sorry, my
Let me-
mother-in-law called me.
No problem.
I had to answer it just in case something was wrong or something.
Oh, it's all good. Oh my God, $49.97 for the out of print DVD.
Yo, I hate to say it, dude. That price went down.
Oh my God.
That price actually went down, dude.
And that's for the DVD. That's just pure insanity.
Hey, Rye, the horror guy.
I think the most money I ever
That's
spent on a
unreal.
movie was $40. That was the
I've
most
Same.
money
been
I ever
wanting
spent.
for 2 weeks the halfway. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
well,
overall,
since we're on
it looks like the Dolls DVD is like on average $15.
I'd say Jen is the lucky one for finding a copy at the dollar store.
She found a copy of
What
Dolls.
movie?
Oh, she might be talking about a different movie.
No, it says that exact same cover. And
Really?
it's from 87.
Oh, you are so lucky.
What
I don't know. Like I've gotten lucky like that
Dolls.
before. Like I remember I found all the Death Wish movies in Dollar Tree, like individual releases, like 2, 3, and 4. I was like, what are these doing here? And like the reason why I was asking that is because like everybody else's haul videos had none of that stuff. And then
Man, you'd
people
be
were like,
surprised.
yeah.
You'd be
And I'm
surprised
one
what
of those.
Dollar Tree.
Hey.
Dollar Tree is
Okay.
actually
You
stepping
come
up the
say hi
game.
if you want.
And I'm one of those
Mark's in the
weird
background. He
people
says
who
hi.
kept all her VHS movies.
What's
Oh.
up, Merc? Hey, what's up,
That's
Merc?
cool.
Sean saying what's up, Mark?
Merc.
Saying hi. He's in the other room.
I'm calling him
Woo-hoo,
Merc because he
Mark.
calls me Scene.
That was funny. That
Yeah.
was funny when he called you that.
Yeah. So I call him Merc now.
They're all saying hi, Mark.
And I just
Mhm.
say, woohoo!
You have to come make your appearance and say hi.
I think so. You said like the most you've ever spent was 40. I think I spent around that much when I bought Fright Night Part 2. Since we're on the subject of horror comedies, I guess that's another one
Yeah. Yeah, I think
That
the
was
one I spent,
out of print.
I think it was Creepshow 2. I spent $40 for it because this is a Arrow Video limited edition set that comes with
It comes with
the
the comic.
yeah, it comes with the comic and shit.
Oh, the pinfall comic.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that was
awesome.
the
I think I've
cheapest
seen
I could
Creepshow
find
on
it.
Shudder. I think it was on Shudder. I've seen it.
It probably is.
Yeah, it comes like Creepshow 2. Just it pops in the Shutter and it leaves Shutter. Like it's always good.
Popcorn, what Jennifer had. I actually, I'm gonna do a review on that. I saw it on Shudder. Popcorn.
I always get mixed up, like the covers. I get mixed up with Popcorn and Society.
Oh, I see that. I see. I can see why. They're
That's
both
another
like
one.
ripping their faces off on that. On that
Uh-huh.
cover.
That movie, I have not recovered from that movie.
I'm glad you said that. I was never able to like decipher that between the two.
Yeah, because it's like, hole in the face, and every time I see it, I just keep thinking it's from Society.
Yo, Society. I'm so glad you brought that movie up because that is a really good horror comedy.
Come say
Like,
hi, Mark.
I don't know. Like I
They
had a
want-
good time.
They want to see you.
If you
Come
guys
say hi
see
now.
me,
See, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen that one.
It's a good one.
Oh,
A lot
man,
of people
you should-
hate it though.
I don't know why.
I don't get it either, man. I think it's also perfect that it was filmed in Hollywood or Beverly Hills or something like that. It was like Beverly Hills or Hollywood or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is a good double feature with Reanimator.
Yeah,
Ooh, that would
but
be
I like
You know
the
what movie I
idea.
saw?
I like the idea of popcorn in society now.
You know
Yeah.
what movie
Yeah,
I saw that a lot of people like is that movie, that Shudder movie, Slapface. I was like, this movie's dumb.
Yeah, it
Slap
doesn't look
face.
interesting.
No, I never saw that one. Another, what was that movie with the killer pair of jeans? Has anybody ever seen that?
I don't think
I,
so.
I
Well,
forgot
I
what it
but I
don't
was
spent
know.
on a
called.
copy of Fright Night 2. I haven't seen Fright Night 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Fright
spent like
Night's a horror comedy.
$40 on mine because it's out of print, so it was about 40.
Dead of Dawn. I like that one, Dead of the Dawn.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead. That one is
Yeah.
always out of print. Like I know the Blu-ray. I believe it was the Blu-ray was out of print for a while. It was very expensive.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people have seen this one, but I would put this in the horror comedy, and that's spooky.
I haven't seen that
Yeah.
one either.
Yeah, it's always been a pretty rare movie until Vinegar Syndrome finally gave it a legit release. But
What is Vinegar Syndrome? I've never heard of them.
it's a physical media company.
Oh, okay.
But this movie was actually two unfinished movies spliced together somehow. And
Really? Huh.
yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, actually, they give you a lot of info on the special features on this, on like what like really happened with this film and everything, and it's just a complete mess. But they still managed to get this movie released somehow.
I was
But
supposed to review that a while back with someone, but it just didn't work out. I've seen the trailer; it just looks weird. I was like, nah, this is not for
it
me.
is weird, but it offers so much. There's like a fucking killer gremlin in it. There's a crazy like seance lady in it. There's a grim reaper walking around. There's so much shit going on in this movie. It
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is like a pile of shit. But if you're a horror fan, you're gonna find something in this movie that you're gonna enjoy.
I
Like
remember just
every
think,
80s movie crushed together.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. But I first saw this movie on USA Up All Night or whatever.
That's where I
And
saw
I remember it was like a Sunday around like 7 o'clock or something, and I was so mesmerized by what I was watching. But the entire time they didn't announce the title of the movie. They never said the title of the movie at all.
You can
And
watch
back,
it on
you know,
YouTube.
and like
oh yeah,
remember back in the
that's true.
90s, like when you caught a movie on TV, it was never from the beginning. And
hmm
they just don't announce like what these movies are. But like for the longest time, I was like, I know this movie is real. This movie exists, but I cannot remember the title of it. And then one day I found it on YouTube, and I was like the most excited person in the world.
I've had
I
a lot of
watched
those. A
Spooky
lot of
on
those.
Shudder with Joe Bob Biggins. It was interesting.
Oh, The Last Drive-In. He showed that recently. I still haven't seen it.
It's got a good soundtrack though.
Yeah, it does.
Recommend
Yeah.
it all day.
There's a lot of horror movies or horror comedies that I've never heard of that y'all have reviewed and stuff, and I'm like, it sounds interesting. I'll review it or I'll watch
Before we went live, like I had a list written down. I'm like, man, I got to think of all these other movies, and then all just coming up with so many. I was like, okay, I remember now.
it. That's always how it goes.
You ever seen Microwave Massacre?
Mark, come here and say hi.
I wasn't smart
Microwave
enough to make
Massacre.
a list.
Huh? Microwave
Which one did you say, Jen?
Microwave
Oh.
Massacre.
I've heard of it, but no, never seen
Yeah.
it.
I haven't seen it, and I'm just not willing to spend $29.99 for a copy of Microwave Massacre. I don't know.
That's
It-
Jen's
I didn't
favorite
even-
Microwave Massacre.
I didn't even have to guess.
You
It
can watch
sounds
it
like
on
an
Tubi.
expensive. Ah,
No,
cool.
I got it. Somebody copied it for me and made a fake cover for me on DVD.
Okay.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yo, if it's on YouTube,
Cool.
I'm watching it tonight.
No, I think
It's
it's on
what?
Tubi. Microwave Massacre.
It's got boobies in it. And
You know what else I'm gonna review is The Stuff. Have you guys heard of that one?
Actually, Microwave Massacre is on here. It's on YouTube.
I think when you backed out for a few minutes, we were talking about the stuff and how just crazy it is.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Please do.
That's a good one. But we were talking about how Larry Cohen was shooting for a satirical comedy, but they ended up like labeling it as a horror comedy, and he thinks that's why the film got hurt.
Gotcha. Oh wow, that's a lot. Beyond
That's
Black
unfortunate.
reviews, you don't feel bad if you haven't seen all of them. According to IDBM, there's a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, there's a shit ton. There's like enough to I don't know. There's enough to melt your brain. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. Student Bodies. I've never seen that one.
That's a good horror comedy, right? That's like a horror spoof.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Ooh. Ooh.
I just know like there's like at
The-
one point the killer is like
You've
like
seen every
screwing.
single movie, Ben?
I've seen everything ever.
I don't think there's any way you could see like every movie in the whole world. I don't think.
It's possible if you don't
that's a
leave
lot
the
of-
house. Don't leave the
That's a lot of
house.
time.
I think there's someone out there who's seen every single horror movie ever. And they're probably someone who doesn't really like. They're probably like someone like from like The Hills Have Eyes though, like somebody like that. You know?
Yeah, but The Hills Have Eyes. I haven't seen the original. I only seen the remake, so I haven't seen the Wes Craven version of it.
Mhm.
I think the original Hills Have Eyes is good, but I feel like they should have like redid the ending. The ending is so abrupt out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think you're
But
I've only
other
seen the
than that-
remake.
Other than that, it's a good movie though.
Yeah, it's a good one. The second one is so weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. That one was like almost incomplete, but then Wes Craven had to finish it or something like that. I'm not sure.
I feel
No,
like the second one, like you have to see the second one if you're aware of the first one, just because of the dog flashback sequences. Like you have to see that movie just based on that.
That's a smart
Like-
dog.
You're like, what? This dog is having a flashback right now? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, that dog saved the day in the first one. That
Yeah.
dog deserves a flashback.
Wes Craven didn't direct The Hills Have Eyes too. It was Martin Wise.
The original? Because there's
The original was Wes
remakes.
Craven, but
Yeah,
the
the
second one was Martin Wise was the second one.
Really? You might be looking at the Hills Have Eyes 2 remake.
Yeah, that's it. And then
Oh,
the remake, The Hills Have Eyes. The remake was Andre Aya and Wes Craven's son wrote it or something.
He wrote. I'm looking at it now. It says he wrote it with Wes Craven and Martin Wise directed. You're looking at the 2007 version of Hills Have Eyes 2, I think.
That what it is? What is
Yeah,
your
I
favorite?
have that in my collection, and I still haven't watched it.
Ben Graham is asking, what is your favorite full moon movie? I've never seen Full Moon, so I couldn't tell you.
Mine's Puppet
It's
Master
the
2.
family.
I'd go with Puppet Master as well, or one or two, one of those.
Talking
like the
about
second
Microwave
one.
Massacre,
I like
nobody
the second
mentioned the
Puppet
lead
Master.
actor was Frosty the Snowman. Yes.
I try not to bring that up because people get mad at me. They
About
say I
what?
ruined their Christmas.
Why? Oh, because of the Frosty the movie.
Yeah,
Al,
that's
you
Frosty the
Albs, I sent him a
Snowman's
link,
voice.
so I don't know if he's still here or not, but I did send Al the link.
I think Patrick's still mad at me.
Why is
No,
Patrick
no,
mad at you?
because I said the guy from the bad guy from Microwave Massacre was his voice was Frosty the Snowman's in the Frosty Snowman cartoon movie.
Death to Santa. There's a lot of Christmas horror movies.
Now, here's a question. Is Dead Snow a horror comedy?
Absolutely.
I've never seen it.
It's like killer Nazi zombies or something like that.
Maybe the second one. I feel like the first one was more serious, but both are. They have some comedic elements in them.
Yeah, I never seen the second one, but I'm familiar with the first one. I do I can't really remember the movie all the way, but I do remember there being some funny moments throughout it.
Yeah, they both. I feel like they both do, but 2 they went all out. Like you got some serious Evil Dead 2 vibes in there.
Yeah, I think Echo might have just summed it up pretty well. Dead Snow 2 is a horror comedy, and the first one is a splatter movie. So that might be the best way.
The monkey's asking you what makes you so strange, monkey.
A lot of things.
just being on this stream is enough.
Yeah.
I think he might be asking, how did you come up with your name? Maybe.
Oh, that's a long story, and it's a weird one. But I remember there was an episode of South Park where there was some time traveling involved, and Mr. Garrison was yelling out loud about how he was a monkey. And there's a lot of weird stuff that happened in that episode. And in high school, I would yell that out in the class with my friend. I'd start saying, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a monkey. And just laughing about it. The stuff that goes on in that episode is just too inappropriate to just talk about on here. But and then on social media, I just would put any name in front of monkey. It was just on MySpace. It was just strange. Dragon monkey, whatever. Insert whatever. I don't know. I just kept coming up with weird stuff. And then on Xbox, it was something monkey. And then on YouTube, I just landed on Strange Monkey. And that's when my channel it was just random videos. I had a character created in its early stages, but I didn't have a clear direction because I used to be on another channel with some friends where we would do sketch comedy stuff. And then after a while, I decided to do something with the Strange Monkey channel and just start talking about horror movies. And I went out and bought things I bought the glasses from Spencer's, and little by little, I just started buying backdrops and other things, and the rest is history.
Idle Hands is a good horror comedy for me.
Oh, that one's awesome.
Yeah.
Because of End of Dead Snow, I will never forget the song Total Eclipse of the Heart. See?
Yeah, that's true.
Jessica Alba. And Hobbs was saying everybody connected with everybody. Links are in the bio. Yes.
Thank you, Hobbs.
Thank you.
Everybody connect with everybody. I put everybody's links in the description box. So go find some new YouTube people that you have not connected with. Jessica Alba was arrested in my city for putting up posters to save sharks on random buildings.
What?
Is that true,
right.
Ben?
So strange.
How do you feel about the band The Monkees, Strain Monkey?
That's what I was laughing at.
The Monkees. I don't know. I've never heard of
weird questions from the Monkees.
What? You never heard of The Monkees?
I've heard of them, but I don't think I've heard of any of their musics.
Prepare for weird questions from the monkey.
This is every stream I'm on. People ask me a lot of bizarre questions.
This is in Oklahoma. We are not not near an ocean. Interesting. Jen,
I mean,
are you okay?
Oh,
Jessica Alba
Yeah.
might be stupid, but she's good to look at.
Hey, but what about Jessica Simpson? When Jessica Simpson said, "Is this tuna of the sea or chicken of the sea?" when it was tuna in the can.
oh my God, I remember that. It's
Y'all have
ridiculous.
sharks on random buildings. But tuna is the chicken of the sea though, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
my
just funny
God.
when she said that. I was watching that episode and I was just like, what?
Was that on her show with she was married and whatnot?
Yeah, it's Nick Lachey, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that and then brought it up and I was just like, oh wait, completely forgot.
That she asked that, yeah. It was on that channel.
That's hilarious.
Don't worry, I don't throw my poop.
I laughed at that. I love how she's reading everything with no discretion. Just whatever. I'm just gonna read it.
That's just the way I am.
Oh, no, that's fine. But I don't know. Just because I know how people are, I will read something to myself and then I'll decide if I want to be out loud about it. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
This
Just
is
go
how I
for
am.
it.
It's more
That's just
funny
how-
that way, really. So
Yeah.
Y'all know you love me. That's why you
Yeah.
stick around.
Yeah.
I can't disagree. I cannot disagree, Katie.
You never know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Oh no, that didn't sound right.
You don't, cause sometimes I'll be saying something and Mark will go, "You just did not just say that," and I'll be like, "Yep."
Oh my God.
What's y'all's opinion on the Stranger Things season 4?
Haven't watched it yet.
It's really good. Have you seen it, Jen?
No, I think of Stranger Things the same as sparkly vampires. I stay away.
Oh
It's
wow.
I can respect that. I can respect that opinion.
Yeah.
It's the same as what?
Sparkly vampires. I don't watch it.
Twilight,
Stranger
basically.
Things?
Twilight. Yeah, Twilight.
I mean,
Stranger
I
Things
could
is
just.
different from Twilight, though.
I mean, just from getting to know Jen on here, like I could tell that modern cinema isn't something that's up her alley. But I really I respect that though. Like I really do, because she's all about the classics, and I don't know. I get it. So, but I do like modern cinema though. So
I like both.
A lot of 80s movies were brought up and she got excited. I think it was when Popcorn, she was like, ooh, ooh.
yeah.
Hold on one second. I gotta plug in my
And Student
my
Body.
computer. Hold on.
Yeah. Again, because some people are tired of Stranger Things because a lot of shows and movies they've been following that formula or trying to copy off of it for a while. What was the movie called? I think it's called Summer of 84, which is basically more or less like Stranger Things, but with like slasher elements. So a lot of movies, what was it? American Horror Story, 84. Like everything is 80s. I think Fear Street tried to do something like that in the 90s, but
they're doing everything. They're doing everything they can to try to get everyone's interest when really they're just I don't know, man. It's getting very played out. It's almost like we're not even living in a generation right now. It's like we're being forced to be stuck in a generation or something when it comes to filmmaking. But I don't know.
Yeah, because then years from now, what are the people going to do? Like when they make movies based on the 2020s or 2010s, like nothing. There's nothing. It's just us looking back on older generations. Like the 90s was like the last generation that stood out. Everything else is just looking back and reminiscing.
Yeah. Yeah, why did Stranger Things season 4 take so long to be released?
COVID.
Yeah, but
That's
a
gotta
lot of
be
other
it.
shit got released during COVID or whatever. But I just like that's like I want to watch Stranger Things season 4, but I feel like I'm over it. Like I'm just like just don't care. I don't know.
I felt this. I felt the same way, but once I started watching, I got pulled right back in.
Yeah, that's probably what I gotta do. I probably just gotta start watching it because I'm just like I don't know. Just feel like
Yeah,
I feel like the show ended 10 years ago or something. I don't know.
it feels like a reunion season or something. I just watched. I was like, "Hello, old friend."
Yeah, that's basically how I feel about it. But I'm glad you just said what you said because I need to just sit down and start watching.
Yeah, trust me. Like, if you have nothing to do one day, just binge watch a few episodes, and it'll just you'll feel right at home once again. Like, it wouldn't even feel awkward. It's like, okay, we're back here.
Right. Yeah, everything makes sense now.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
as soon as
give
they
it a
recap
try.
it. What was that?
I'll give it a try.
You should.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot, man. I mean, I don't know. We should all give a lot of things a try. I don't know, like movies like Wild Eye. I tried so many Wild Eye films. I'm at the point where I'm like, if I try another Wild Eye film, I'm gonna get pissed the fuck off.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Like I said, it all depends. You have to really dig deep for some good ones, man, because there's a lot of shit there. But
Yeah.
dare I say, it's up there with Full Moon and Trauma. I mean, they've made their mark. They have
Yeah.
a fan base.
Okay.
Those are
Sorry,
my
Mark.
Welcome back.
favorite. Full Moon and Trauma are my favorite labels.
They've got a lot of interesting movies.
Blades. Like that one.
All right, I'm gonna be getting off of here at midnight.
Okay, no problem.
Oh wow, it is almost midnight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, on the East Coast.
Man, what are you
I
talking
know everybody probably has to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be up
So
early.
we'll go for 3 more minutes. My laptop was dying, so I was like, I better go plug it in before it dies on y'all.
Yeah. It's no problem.
Asylum is Echo's favorite.
Oh my god, Asylum.
What's up, Ricky? Thanks for coming on earlier. I appreciate it, man. Ricky, I'm surprised you're still
Hi,
up, dude. It's like 3 or 2 in the morning over there.
I don't know how Asylum gets away with this stuff with their movies. It's insane.
I'm like just now starting to like get acquainted with Asylum film. Like it's kind of new to me right now.
When you have time one day, look up the list of movies that they have ripped off, and there's always like a side by side comparison, and it's insane how they get away with it.
Without like being like hit with copyright things and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure they have gotten into some trouble, but they always get away with it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I watched Cruel Jaws, which is technically like some people say it's like Jaws 5 or something, and they ripped off
like-
Jaws.
Yeah, it's like the unofficial Jaws 5.
Yeah, people can
it's
make all
5
these
a.m.
Blu-rays. Like it's, oh wow.
It's 5 a.m. He's from the UK. He was on my stream earlier,
Oh yeah,
so I did a stream before I went to work.
all
he
this
was on.
fuck review. Oh, I've seen some of their videos.
Dude, I'm like that too though. Like I'll stay up for like a whole 24 hours and then like the next night comes and I'm like, I could finally go to sleep. Then I go to sleep and the next day, like not going to sleep tonight. It's gonna be tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right. I stay up late too, but I know a lot of people go to sleep.
Yeah, I wish I could
Like-
sleep that easy, man. And even when I do get to sleep, right up again in 1 hour for some reason.
Well, Sean, if
It's
you're ever up that late, I'll get your number from Hobbs and I'll text you.
Sounds good.
Because I'm always up late anyway. Hobbs.
Yeah, I'm
when I
like,
get off of here, text me Sean's number.
I'm like definitely 4:30 a.m. crew all the time. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, I can't help
I'm
it,
an
man.
insomniac, so I only sleep 3 to 4 hours a night.
Yeah, it's.
I stay up every now and then.
See, like, I
Right.
also hate getting on like meds for it because, like, once I take some kind of sleeping med, I'm out for like 13 hours. Like, I can't be out for 13 hours, man.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and it's because of the heavy meds like knocking me out. But getting natural sleep
Oh,
is just
man.
unheard of.
I like scary movies. Oh yeah, those films are good too. Scary movie films.
Yo, the second
I like
one is
that.
really fun. I always love that skit with the guy with the little hand, and he's like, "Grab my little hand,
Mhm.
it's the strong one."
Bruno, yeah, Cruel Jaws is Bruno Mars, the guy who ripped a few people off. Hell, his last movie was Zombies, the beginning ripoff of Aliens.
Oh my god. Who rips off aliens? How dare they? How dare they?
Yes, exactly. All right,
Well,
guys.
you could easily
it's-
argue though, like every Italian director has ripped off somebody at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. It's midnight. So, does anybody have anything they want to promote on their channels or anything before we get off of here?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting 800 subscribers soon, so I'm going to try to put a contest together for that.
Oh, awesome.
And at midnight, I'm posting a digital code giveaway. So about it.
Oh,
Anything
right. I
more?
have a series called Horror Freaks, and we're doing a reunion season because like every season I'd have a guest, a YouTuber on there, and ask them a series of questions. So this time around, I'm doing a reunion season, and some people are gonna be coming back to it. So that's pretty much what I've got going on right now.
That's
And that's a really
interesting.
cool series.
That's
It's really
very
cool
interesting.
how you incorporate like the old-fashioned TV in there and everything. That's really cool. And
Yeah,
Eric was on your last episode.
Yeah, I believe he. Yeah, he was in the last season. Had a lot of people on there.
Thanks
yeah,
for
that's
coming
basic-
on Black Reviews. Hey,
Yeah, I gotta-
Ulysses.
I got to get caught up on your channel, man. The Strange Monkey reviews. I got to get caught up on your channel, but I know I have seen some stuff
we have
on your
fun.
channel in the past, and you are definitely a creative one. I know that. So
Thank you. That means a lot.
yeah,
Thank
man.
you for coming on, Strange Monkey. You're welcome back anytime to the Midnight Hour or on my channel anytime you have free time. You're welcome back.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, I'm sorry. What's your name again?
My real name?
Yeah, I don't know if you put that out there or not.
No. Yeah, my name's Chris.
Chris. All right. I'm bad
I
with
just call him
names,
Strange
so.
Monkey because I didn't know his real name.
Yeah,
my name's Chris.
sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'll get annoyed with calling people by usernames, like especially if I know them for like a while. I'm like, I don't even know the guy's name, and I'm calling him by his username. So
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, feel free, man.
yeah, sounds good, man. Definitely had a good time with you on here tonight.
All right.
Same here.
So you guys have a great night. Thank you for coming to the Midnight Hour. And look for Friday Fright Reviews tomorrow. Ashley and I don't know if she's doing it tomorrow. She might be. I don't know if she's back from her concert. But we'll be reviewing 28 Days Later. And
Nice.
maybe
Oh, that's a good
tomorrow, if
one.
I'm bored enough, I will review some movies, maybe. So we'll see. And then don't forget, Saturday will be Sci-Fi Saturday. So look for that.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.